We got some Spicy Kip today with Blame the Voters, responding to Democrat criticism by the one and only Shoe0nHead.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Shoe0nHead channel. I am your host, Shoe0nHead. You may know me on Reddit as generic far-right Fox News bigot. Or perhaps you know me as Commie Mommy.
Yes! Yes!
You people need help. Anyway, my last few videos about the election got a lot of attention, as well as brought a lot of new people to the channel. So everyone say hello to the new people. Please welcome the new people. Please be polite to them. Educate them on what to expect here. Just don't tell them about the contraption. But not all the attention.
That contraption is rather spicy. Don't worry about the contraption. You think you want to know about the contraption. You don't want to know about the contraption. Don't worry about the contraption. The contraption can't hurt you. Yet. Badly. In any event, hi new people. Shoe0nHead's awesome.
I got from my election videos was good attention. So I've decided today I am going to respond to those critics. I figured it's been a while since I actually responded to a response that I've gotten on YouTube. It's very old school, very 2012 YouTube. All I need is a rant Sona and I'm set. So that is what we're going to do today. I'm going to respond to criticism rationally and calmly.
Yep. As I do. Oh, it's gonna be
I will
great.
be reacting to people's reactions of two different videos of mine, America is in Shambles and Downfall of the Democrats. If you haven't seen those videos, I will put them down in the description so you have more context. I highly suggest you watch them before you watch this video. Pause this video, go watch them. Don't worry, I will be right here. I've been here for 10 years. Will I be doing this in 10 more years? Will I be a 43-year-old e-girl?
Maybe.
I guess we'll wait and see. Now, a lot has happened since my last video. It's been like, what, 2 months? That's like 10 years in internet time. There's so much going on in the news, it's honestly hard to keep up. Oh, that reminds me. I have an app for that. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, a sponsor I've been working with for many years now, Ground News. Ground News is a website and an app that gives readers an easy and transparent way to read the news from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias that helps you understand the full story and make sure you're getting both sides. One of my favorite features of Ground News is the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here is a story about how a Mississippi senator filed a contraception begins at erection bill that makes it, quote, unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo.
Wow. A lot of people about to not be in the clear with that one.
An anti-gooner bill.
Yep.
It's an anti-gooner bill. Right away, we can see that the story has been covered by 16 sources, 40% of it left-wing, only 17% of it right-wing. You could even see who owns these reporting outlets. Ground News also makes it really easy to compare headlines to see how political bias can affect framing. For example, this right-wing headline, President Donald Trump and Melania Trump's 20th wedding anniversary, see the photos. And this left-leaning headline frames the same story like this. President Trump's anniversary shout-out to Melania is loaded with red flags. This feature is so much fun. I am obsessed with it. I have been using Ground News since 2021, and it really helped me see how both sides frame stories so differently. I'm currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the one I use to access all their features. So go to ground.news/shoe, or use the QR code on screen here, or click the link in the video description down below, and subscribe today. I highly suggest checking it out. They're one of my favorite sponsors to work with because I think what they're doing is extremely important, helping people approach the news in a more balanced way. So take advantage of this discount today, ground.news/shoe, or clicking the link down below. Thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you for not skipping the ad, as always. And now, let's get back to the video.
I was actually expecting that you didn't skip the ad, did you? Violin music, like terror music. Oh my god, I was expecting it. I've been shoe-pilled on that one. So that was about a what? So about 3 minutes 52 seconds. That was about almost a 2-minute ad read. In the back third, about when the QR code up, it did feel like it started to drag on a little bit. Once again, when you're doing ad reads, you have to consider that often sponsors and advertisers, they'll have lengths on, like you're required to do a 2-minute ad read or something like that. I did like that the audio was pretty uniform. I think there was a slight variation going from the actual video itself, dipping a little bit once the ad read started, coming back a little bit towards the end. I think there was a little bit of fluctuation. Not going to give half points. I mean, I think audio is uniform enough that it was pretty reasonable. I could also be audio fatigue, because if you listen to things long enough through earphones, you can get audio fatigue, and that impacts your ability to hear things, obviously. So I liked the visual aids, like the QR code, as always. I liked that, obviously, product was used by the creator at Shoe0nHead using this, citing that they've been using it for a number of years at this point. I like that personality. I'd give this an 8 out of 10. I think it was great. I think it was pretty uniform. I think it was pretty flush with the rest of the video. I think it was pretty consistent, pretty Shoe0nHead. It didn't suffer any sort of identity concessions in regards to getting the ad read out. It was pretty aggressively Shoe0nHead. I like it. 8 out of 10. Yes.
So what has happened since my last video? Well, Biden is gone. He is out of office. He has somehow completed a 4-year term, which means, that's right, Dave Rubin has to retire.
If Joe Biden completes a 4-year term, actually completes a 4-year term, I will retire.
I have no clue who this person is. But I mean, you said it, right? Like, if I say, if I hypothetically get 1 million subscribers, and I'll have a hot tub stream with my waifu model, I mean, you're kind of locked into that. It's why I don't say things like that, right? Don't overpromise.
It means once again Trump has been inaugurated. And this time, all our favorite characters were there. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos' wife's tits, Mark Zuckerberg. Frankly, it's disgusting seeing billionaires so openly and brazenly support our government officials. They should be doing it behind the scenes like they've been doing for decades. Ladies and gentlemen, the elites have officially bent the knee. And it seems with the popular vote came the sudden and long overdue death of woke capitalism. Rest in piss. Although I never did get to try those gay Oreos.
No!
You don't know what you got till it's gone. The inauguration was a beautiful celebration for Republicans, full of joy.
Wait, is this the kid that we're worried is actually a serial unaliver? Well, wasn't that going around, like, this dude actually, he allegedly, like, does things with animals or does things to animals? Like, we're just waiting on this kid to snap. Is this the guy? Is this the kid? Oh, man, that's going to be an interesting psychological study.
And whimsy, and a complete humiliation ritual for the Democrats. Bye, Joe. Thanks for all the fucking nothing. Your legacy will be having dementia, aiding a genocide, and handing the country over to Donald Trump on a silver platter. Executive order after executive order, pardon after pardon, Trump got to work enacting his mandate.
He looks god-awful. I've seen him in a couple photos. He genuinely looks god-awful. His makeup department for appearing on screen is working overtime 100%.
On day one. But even as all this is happening, Trump seems to be on this bizarre side quest to conquer Canada and Greenland. But if we're gonna annex Canada and make it great again, can we at least get their healthcare without the wait times or the assisted suicide? Can't there just be a normal healthcare system that doesn't put you in debt or offer to kill you if you are in debt? Speaking of healthcare, an Italian-American Tucker Carlson fan from New York murdered a healthcare CEO. And it wasn't me. His name is Luigi Mangione, and he's currently the most thirsted after man in the world.
Yeah.
Ugh, women are so cooked, dude. Why can't they just be normal and make fan cams of the Unabomber like me? Now, I don't condone murder. That's it. I don't condone murder.
Exactly.
Murder.
Legally, I cannot advocate for this. Legally, I cannot say that murder is fine. Legally, murder is not okay. Just have to fully disclose that. Be transparent about that.
It's bad.
The more you know.
But honestly, I don't even know what killing a healthcare CEO even does. It's a job position. The job position will be filled again. The goal should be get rid of the job position altogether. But it's really depressing that it took this for a conversation about the absolute scam that is the American health insurance system to go mainstream. Lord knows I've been shouting about it for long enough. But you know who doesn't need healthcare anymore?
Was that actually Shoe0nHead?
Stream. Lord knows.
Eliminate. Yeah. No, solid. No, hard to agree with that. Hard to agree with That statement, yeah, no, that's dumb. Everything about that contextually is just actually dumb. That's bad.
I've been shouting about it for long enough. But you know who doesn't need healthcare anymore? Jimmy Carter. Because he's dead. He died at the ripe age of 100, and I know what you're thinking. Vaxxed? But at his funeral, we all saw this. He's Hitler! He's Hitler! He's Hitler! He's Hitler! Oh, hey, buddy. I'm sorry, I seem to recall this man scolding the black community for voting for a racist, sexist fascist. And here he is, chatting it up with that very racist, sexist fascist. Gee, it's almost like they don't fucking believe it. Like, the Biden administration literally just named an aircraft after George W. Bush. George W. Bush. The literally Hitler from 20 years ago. In 20 years, we're going to have like a Navy fleet named after Trump. It's all fake. It's all big fake gay club and we're not in it. At the end of the day, these people would rather see the country burn to the ground than actually help the citizens in it. Literally.
Breaking now at 11, 16 people confirmed dead in the California wildfires. New fears the massive fires will only continue to grow.
There's no water coming out of the fire hydrant.
What do you mean you ran out of water? You're California! You're next to the goddamn Pacific Ocean, for fuck's sake! It was getting so bad, people were using almond milk to put out the fire.
Amazing.
California moment. Thousands of people have lost their homes, lives were destroyed, but thankfully the Biden administration sent $20 billion to rebuild California. That's amazing. Just kidding, that was for Israel. But thankfully Trump has frozen foreign aid for 90 days. Except for Israel. How are
respectfully, that's not freezing all. That is very specifically all asterisk, right? I don't know. It's been interesting because I have to dance around this subject very, very carefully. Back in my day, when you sent all, that's what was meant. Was all. So I don't quite get where we're getting this weird all asterisk list of exceptions than just, I don't know, it's weird.
How are the Democrats doing since losing to Trump? Are they taking a step back and reevaluating their tactics and their platform? Are they looking for a real populist candidate to put up for 2028? What is their plan?
Yep.
Oh, god damn it. So let's get into these responses I got to my videos, shall we? Okay, I searched Shoe0nHead reaction, and I'm scrolling through these videos, and it's like, anime girl, anime girl, anime girl, anime girl, anime boy, anime girl, anime girl, anime girl. I feel like I'm scrolling through the porn history of the average Shoe0nHead fan. Oh.
If I'm the anime boy, I hope though. I'm probably not. I don't know. Something about that just made me laugh, though. It was pretty funny. However, and that's the thing, is like, so the reason I'm even reacting to this is because generally, even if I disagree with Shoe0nHead on some things, and I'm sure there's plenty of things that I might say in a reaction that Shoe0nHead disagrees with, she's clearly intelligent. She's clearly able to formulate an argument. She's clearly able to say, well, this thing bad. Why is thing bad? Oh, cracks knuckles against head. Let me tell you why thing is bad. Wow. You mean what I keep saying we need more of? We need more people to say, wow, I think this is bad. This is why I think this is bad, and provide actual evidence, right? Like, sure, some things can be simple as, why do you hate spinach? I hate spinach. Sure, whatever, right? Thing like that. Pretty whatever, right? If you're like, well, okay, let's have a conversation in regards to FEMA, especially in the wake of things like Hurricane Katrina, 20-ish years ago at this point. Things like FEMA going into the California wildfire situation. Oh, F FEMA. F for it. Okay, but why? We'll just F it. I don't care about... Cool, you've added nothing to the conversation. Like, the fact that Shoe0nHead is able to articulate and accentuate her points, even if you necessarily agree with her or not, is one of the big reasons on why I think she is, 1, so watchable, 2, so popular, and 3, so react-worthy. That's at least my analysis of the subject.
By the way, I will link the videos I react to in the description down below, so you can watch the full videos, the full criticism if you want to. But if you do go to any of these people's channels, please be normal in the comments. We are all just people who have different opinions at the end of the day. If you have the urge to call them like a libtard soy boy cuck in the comments, write instead, you are a fine, distinguished gentleman. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Wow, weird. I mean, to be fair, it's been really fun. I've had people call me a woke communist centrist, and I kind of cite that as just like, yeah, one of the weirdest things I've been called. It's like, oh god, so weird. But yeah, as it turns out, go watch Shoe0nHead's video in the description down below. You will see a link to the original video as well as the original channel. Yeah, you should go check her out. Don't be weird. Be nice, right? Pretty easy. But unfortunately, bar is really low nowadays. Let's put it that way.
See? It's not that hard to control our anger.
This is a 17.5-minute video from a rich white person talking about how both parties are the exact same.
What a fine, distinguished gentleman. I hope he has a wonderful afternoon.
Who is her main audience? It's going to be all conservative types. Every single one. Every single
Joke's on you. I hate everybody. Factually incorrect.
one of these centristy people, their audiences are always conservatives, 100% of the time. Every single time.
Would you like to provide a citation on that? Would you like to provide sources on that? Evidence backing your claim? That seems like a pretty egregious claim that you'd have sources and evidence to back. You know, charts, figures, and stuff?
All of them.
Centrist type people. Okay, alright. Destiny has said that Kamala Harris is to the left of him on economics. Kamala Harris. That technically puts Destiny to the right of me on econ. Destiny has opinions that fall to the left and right of where I'm standing. I have opinions that fall to the left or right of where Destiny is standing.
Sure.
So, who is the centrist here? Or is centrism when you're a YouTuber who makes fun of both sides? And yeah, sure, sorry lefties and liberals and Democrats in my audience, you don't exist. You're all Republicans now. Take your complimentary Trump hat and liberal tears mug. Also, as a left-wing YouTuber, shouldn't having right-wingers in your audience kind of like be the goal? Who are you making content for if not? Do you just want—
Joke's on you, it's supposed to be an echo chamber, and that's how it's used, and that's why I hate modern social media. It always turns into an echo chamber, and I try really, really hard to not make that echo chamber. Absolutely. People who have, like, valid criticism, oh, I pause way too much. I do, actually. Like, there is valid criticism in that. I could have paused at least, because we're already at 16 minutes, 9 minutes into the video, right? I think that I could be pausing a little less and letting her actually accentuate her arguments. 100%. Absolute valid criticism in there. And that's also bounced out by people who are just like, yeah, no, came across this weird anime dude. He does interesting React content. Yeah, devolving to echo chambers is, what's the word for it? It's ass. Like, actual, like swamp talk, like T-Bell booty ass. Ugh.
to preach to a choir? If you want to watch someone who agrees with you 100%, just talk to a fucking mirror. I don't understand this criticism. I like that there are people with diverse opinions in my audience. It's so freeing. I'm not audience captured. I can say I want to bring back Ronald Reagan from the dead so I can kill him with my bare hands, and the right-wingers in my audience would just be like, haha, she's so funny. It's nice we can listen to alternative viewpoints. I can fix her. Frankly, I know for a fact a lot—
If she wasn't taken, well, even then, no, see, that's a joke, right? I had somebody comment on a video recently where I was just like, I could fix Slanesh, and someone's like, Kip, please no. Like, please seek professional help. That's not how— no, I can fix Slanesh. I do like the joke of I can fix her. Oh, it's so good.
A lot of left-wing channels would kill for the audience demographic I have. Are you kidding me? How do we reach young men on the right? How do we get young men to listen to us? Skill issue.
Yeah. It's hard for me to know, bro. I honestly can't tell with a lot of these people. I wish I could just get them in a room and get them like shit-faced and we could just like have a conversation where it's like, do you understand? Like,
but you can't have that because you've already gone in attacking an audience, right? You cannot go in aggressive and then expect to be able to be civil, right? If I were to go into a Shoe0nHead video and I were to say, wow, she is a pretty weird commie mommy for some of her views, right? And then I say, oh, but I'd be open to a discussion with her. Do you see how that doesn't quite match up? You see how you lead with that aggression, you lead with being kind of the asshole here, and then you're like, oh, but we could have a discussion. That's not how that works. Like, it's why, and when I do, I'm respectful of the creator in what capacities I can. Sure, I'll have things like Brandon Herrera's don't abolish the ATF video yet, where I clearly disagree with certain points that are being made. But I also acknowledge that it's a strong argument being made. He's actually bringing stuff to the table, and he's an intelligent individual who's allowed to have his own opinions that he's come to his own conclusions on with these sources, material, and evidence that he has. Weird, right? Like, just be respectful. That's it. That's all you need to do. And if something happens, if a meeting happens, sure. A lot of big YouTubers, a lot of big streamers, it can be mutually beneficial to talk to each other. If you're a big streamer and you immediately just go, well, this person's just a spurglord that doesn't deserve their audience. Oh, but I'd love to chat with them about this. No, that's not how that works. You can't lead with aggression and then expect the other person just to take it. The other person could just say, this isn't worth my time. That's incredibly fair.
Like, you know that like all your fans are conservative, right? You know that like everything you do is conservative, right? Can you tell that? Are you aware of that?
Okay, first of all, getting drunk with Destiny and having him all up in my face like, you know you're a conservative, right? You know your audience is conservative, right? Sounds like a nightmare. I think I would throw up and cry. This is all especially funny coming from someone like him, who's also constantly called a centrist and a right-winger and a Nazi because he has opinions that fall outside of the left-wing internet bubble. Like, I have seen people say these exact criticisms of Destiny, that his audience is full of incels and right-wingers. You know, Destiny, at the end of the day, we're not so different, you and I.
People like Tim Pool I know are intentionally lying, 100%. But for somebody like this, like all of the other centrist types that get swept up in the middle that end up just being like mass conservative propagandists, I'm...
Wow, that sure is a lot of buzzwords that you're using there. There sure is a lot of buzzwords that are being thrown at us in rapid succession, and because they are buzzwords, and because they sound, you know, conservative, centrist, etc., because they sound like they're educated, this makes you come across having a very educated opinion on the subject. Therefore, with the confidence in the way that you hold yourself in articulating your points, thus makes people want to believe you. Interesting. Instead, however, this is falling into the buzzword category for me because you are using terms like centrist, right? You're using things and assigning people to bubbles when bubbles may not necessarily be the appropriate thing for this specific instance. I can do it too.
Not sure.
What? I'm sorry. Mass conservative propaganda? I am so tired of defending myself like this, though. Frankly, I've seen what makes someone a progressive to these people, so I don't really mind when they call me conservative. I'll take it, Destiny. Conservative, centrist, whatever.
Someone did die. One of the bullets hit Corey Comparator as he was protecting his family. It's one thing to make fun of a failed assassination attempt, even a successful assassination attempt on a politician. If we can't mock or criticize the people in power, there is an issue. But it's another thing to mock a innocent Trump supporter that died. The guy didn't have any power. He wasn't a politician. He was just a dude. I don't like...
He wasn't just a dude. He was a guy that was posting a ton of inflammatory shit on his social media, who was at a rally for one of the most inflammatory candidates of all time, but...
A dude wasn't...
Wow. You don't want to play that game. You don't want to play the what's on my social media game. Nope. You don't want to play that game. See, that is a game that you will always lose because someone's going to dig up the weird thing from like 10 years ago where you accidentally like to post about like chicken with a tie, let's put it that way. And then it's going to be plastered all over your social media. You don't want to play that game. Additionally, yes, well, Frontier, you are correct. I would like sources and citations for that, as clearly you are an educated individual being able to say this so matter-of-factly. I would very much appreciate the education and sources, as well as your citations on those specific things in order to come to your conclusion.
Just a dude and deserved to die because he posted inflammatory shit online? My brother in Christ, you do that. I do that. We all do that. All right, I'm done with this one. I'm done. I don't know what
I do it, dude. I've stopped posting him at this point. The number of people who are just like, Lamau, you talk way too much. It's like the reaction, my guy. Just watch the original video. I've stopped reposting him at this point. I have enough evidence that I'm just like, nah, these comments happen. I still get these comments, but it just gives attention to the wrong people.
Expected. I honestly expected better. I did not expect this. Hopefully the next person is more sane. So let's go.
This is called America is in Shambles. I'm excited to see what this is.
Build Back Better? Agenda 47? Let me introduce you to the Shoe New Deal. Bring back the red Pizza Hut cups.
Still one of the most base takes on the internet I've heard.
What is this video? Is this just, are we just going to be like, America's in shambles and we're just going to, haha, I'm a shit poster, I don't care because nothing affects me. Right, like it's just like...
57 seconds into the video and you're already criticizing the video as you may not know anything about the video. Also, from what we're understanding the vacuum, not necessarily presenting the video in a way where you're saying this is my clear bias once again and go to the video, such as Brandon Herrera, the one we did recently. Brandon Herrera, don't defund the ATF, don't abolish the ATF yet, where I do state in the beginning my clear and transparent bias. Interesting.
It's affected memes or something. This is what we're doing.
I love how he's so confused about the concept of an opening skit. I don't understand. Where's the 500 paragraphs of text?
I've been very busy, as some of you know now, and as some of you guessed. I have recently had a baby, and as it turns
out,
that takes up a lot of your time, and it.
Ugh.
Wait, why did he go, ugh? Why did he go, ugh? Nearly 40-year-old man. Come on, Jake. Tick-tock. Time to settle down and have some children. Those sperms are drying up.
I was going to have a comment about finding... I'll settle down when I find the funny 30-year-old goth gamer girl. I was gonna go into a whole thing on that, but I think that whole exchange was just perfect. I kind of love that.
Oh, yeah. He's winning. I shit.
Oh yeah, he's winning. Cope?
Bullet just grazed his ear because he turned at the last second to look at some immigration chart. Being racist literally saved his life.
It's funny because it's satire.
There's a lesson in that.
There's a lesson in being racist. Cool, dude. Like, she lampshades that's just a joke. Wink, wink. And then, like, the dumbass fucking Zoomer Coomer that's in her comment.
Bro. Okay, look. I'm the neurodivergent one in the room, okay? People don't make sense to me. When I, as the neurodivergent dingus in the room, can read the satire better than this man, there's a problem, okay? I will die on the hill that I should never be able to read the room better than neurotypical people. That one I still haven't, I still can't quite wrap my head around. That one still confuses me. Oh my god. Dude, just he turned his head and the context just went right past his ear. Wow.
Down here does not think she's joking. Thinks she's dog whistling, which she is, and is totally like, yeah, I love being racist. Being racist is good and makes me survive bullets or some shit now.
Factually not what she said, but okay, my guy.
No, I'm going to influence vulnerable Zoomers into believing racism makes them bulletproof. What are you saying, bro? The dog whistles. The dog whistles. Call a fucking joke. There's no dog whistle.
There's no dog whistles. There are no white women here. Okay, there's your dark joke for the video. You're welcome.
There's no mask. It's a joke. It's a joke about racism, yes!
Somehow knew that roof would be unguarded, laid down and aimed a rifle at the former president without being noticed. This was insane incompetence, or they let it happen.
Oh my god, and now she's doing conspiracy theories? She watches Fox News now all the time. You could see it.
I'm leaning more towards the former because if you look at our bridges and airplanes, America's in shambles.
First of all, why the fuck would I watch Fox News? Tucker Carlson isn't on there anymore. Also, I love how he paused before I finished my sentence. Said a thing he thought epically owned me, then unpaused and I continued and said the opposite of what he thought I would say. His fanfiction of me that believes in Fox News conspiracies turned out not to be real. The man is out here fighting ghosts. He's fighting his schizophrenic thoughts. He took too much cough syrup and I appeared in the corner of his room talking about Fox News.
People were laughing.
Yo, look, all I'm gonna say, that grape Robitussin cough syrup, bro, that tastes fucks, okay? I understand it's medication, and therefore you should not drink it. All I'm saying, can I get that as a drink? To which the immediate response is, oh god, oh, this is amazing.
Thing about how some of the cops protecting Trump were women and like, come on now, that's sexist. They were making these awful memes like this.
And then you just do the sexist joke. You go, that's sexist, but I don't care. You know what you're doing, dude.
Yes, I do know what I am doing. I am making jokes.
I hear Shoe0nHead, I know what I am doing, as Butters in the Pimp episode of South Park, right? Do you feel me, bro? Do you know what I am saying? Oh, it's perfect. That's, oh god, I'm getting the headache.
Making jokes about sexism and racism, yes. Again, no mask, no dog whistles. I am blatantly just saying these things.
White Women for Harris meeting raised millions, broke Zoom.
Yep.
Oh, but when I want to have a whites only meeting, I'm called a racist.
Wow, cool, dude. That's a really sick fucking KKK joke you have there.
This guy isn't even
him saying that just made me think of the Lonely Island I Just Had Sex bit, right? The song. What was it? Oh my god, I need to pull up the lyrics now because I can't remember it. Oh, what was it? It was something along the lines of I literally can't recall it. Something. It was towards the end of the song. You know what I'm about to drop, right? She kept looking at her watch. Doesn't matter. Headset. Cried the whole time. Doesn't matter. I think she might have been a racist. Doesn't matter. She put a bag on my head. Still counts. Oh my god. Oh, this is This is peak.
Debunking anything. He's just like, you made a joke. Okay?
Yeah.
And you are in the wrong neighborhood. That doesn't work here. We have fun here, sir.
Boyfriend writes her scripts, that joke confirms it? Dude, it's so bad.
A woman making a joke? I bet her boyfriend wrote that. Wow! Sexist much?
Yeah. I'm gonna censor myself there because I was about to go on a whole joke about something husband having to do everything, something get in kitchen make sandwich, obviously from a joke perspective for full transparency's sake. But you know what? Let's not. The intrusive thought was there. Do what you want with it.
Dog whistle? Also, kind of
God.
a random tangent, but like I've gotten this actually unironically in like innocent ways, like. Who writes your stuff? Give props to your editor. I write my own stuff. I edit my own stuff. I've been doing it for 10 years. I still use iMovie to edit. I do have an assistant who helps me get sponsorships and edits the sponsor segments. But if I could hire anyone to do anything, it would be to be the person in front of the camera. That is my least favorite part. I love writing. I love editing. I hate this. Maybe I'll just pull a Daily Wire one day and do a little switcheroo and replace myself with someone else. I'll just tell.
No. We're gonna have Shoe0nHead become a VTuber. We have a couple VTubers. One of them has like an American flag bikini. The greatest actual like Rocky Horror mind flip. Shoe0nHead gets a VTuber model. Oh my god, yes.
Always critical to shave his beard. None of you will know the difference. Basically, if I could be a VTuber, I would. And I'd give my—
Oh my god. Oh. Yep. That's the one. Yep. That's the one. You know what? She's got my vote. She's got my vote for VTuber of the year.
myself pink hair and big anime titties.
Yes. Worth.
All right, moving on.
One of the bullets hit Corey Comparator as he was protecting his family. But there were people like mocking this, which is insane to me. Like it's one thing to make fun.
Well, he was a racist, so he caught a bullet for no fucking reason at a hit, like a Trump rally, right? It's like being upset the Nazi got hit at a Nazi rally, right?
Oh my god, they're all justifying it.
A innocent Trump supporter that died.
He's not innocent, actually. He went to a Trump rally, supported Donald Trump publicly.
Am I going insane? I'm crashing out, bro. I'm crashing out.
If you were a better person, you wouldn't be at a Trump rally. You feel me? So, yeah.
If you were a better person, like me, a person who thinks people who disagree with me should be shot and killed, then this wouldn't have happened. Unreal! Okay, on to the last response to this particular video. Let's hope this guy is a little better.
Welcome to America is in Shambles by Shoe0nHead. So Shoe0nHead is a person that exists. If you don't know who Shoe0nHead is, she basically postures herself as a centrist.
I literally call myself a left-wing What? Also...
Bro, there's that media comprehension into coming in. Centrist. I don't know. I'm just like, Shoe0nHead. She was very aggressively Shoe0nHead. How does Shoe0nHead lean? I don't know. I could probably go back through a video and watch it. Oh yeah, there, right there. Self-proclaimed left wing. Grats. We've done it, chat. We've solved the mystery. Oh, hold up though. Can we actually increase the emotional damage? Is Shoe0nHead a... Shoe0nHead a guy is a Google result. Yes. You know, the one time Google AI doesn't actually come through on that. I'm trying to see if I can at a glance. Just as a social democrat on Wikipedia, commentary on Gamergate. I don't know. I don't think that necessarily classifies as centrist. We did a 2-second Google test. So that's even more insult to injury.
I didn't know they made a Vosh 2. Who is this guy? Alec Gunter, Shoe0nHead's brain-dead election analysis.
She used to be buddies with some of the left-leaning people, used to be in favor of Bernie Sanders, but kind of went full populist.
Bernie is a populist, so this makes no sense. Oh, she used to like Bernie, but now she's more of a populist. What? Are we just equating populism with right-wing now? Is that what's going on here?
Basically just posturing for her incel followers. Right, her alt-right incel followers.
The shoe simps, or as I like to call them, the SS.
And making them feel...
Okay, though. What are we talking uniform-wise? Do you at least have skulls on your hats, okay? Do you have that one moment where two Where you look at each other and go, are we the bad guy? Oh my god.
Smart because she looks at both sides, right? She's a centrist.
First of all, I don't make my audience feel smart. My audience is fucking retarded. They know this. Second of all, why wouldn't
Yeah, I got nothing on that one. As somebody who is what was I saying? Oh yeah, as somebody who as somebody who's definitely mentally questionable. Let's put it that way. No, I can vibe with this sentiment. I can vibe with this point.
you look at both sides? Like, why shouldn't you be criticizing your side too? Unless you're like a total ideologically cucked hack. You're not that. Right, Alec? Right?
Here's Shoe0nHead. America is in shambles.
My fellow Americans, I regret to inform you that it is that time again. Election time. Every 4 years we have to deal with this. Are you voting for the red files or the blue files? The red drone strikes or the
Okay, right off the bat, the red is way worse. See, she's like immediately playing the centrist angle, and there's no comparison between the two.
Oh my god, do they all
I feel so from an actual analytical standpoint, I feel like this is actually what I try to actually showcase and advocate for people actually knowing what they're talking about, right? This feels like it feels like putting things into camps, right? Probably a really bad joke considering we just talked about the shoe. We're moving on from that. That was probably not the right word I should use for that. No, just because you don't agree with something does not mean that it's immediately centrist or right wing or left wing or whatever, right? Oh, I don't know how to classify this element. Do I classify this? How do I classify this? Well, it has one valence electron, therefore it's going to go in the alkali earth metal slot, right? Oh, cool, that makes sense, right? You have certain things that you can use as a reference point, but well, you're neither left nor right, therefore you're a centrist. You're a centrist, right, Kip? No, I hate everybody. What are you talking about? Sure, I can see things from multiple angles. There are things I agree with and disagree with all over this weird spectrum. But at the end of the day, I actually forcibly remove myself from any label because I hate everybody. It's the funny little N-word, the nuance that is lost on a lot of people. Just because somebody doesn't agree with you, or you think something is X, does not necessarily make it X. Sure, sometimes Occam's razor, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's probably a duck. But at the same time, there's a lot more nuance into certain things, right? If you own a firearm, you're not necessarily Republican. Sure, we can maybe argue strong correlation or causation. I'm pretty sure there's people all across the political spectrum, independents, centrists, etc., who do own firearms in the U.S. Grats. You see why correlation, or as I should say, correlation, longtime viewers, and causation is not necessarily a thing.
Not know what a bit is? I'm doing both sides bad because I'm a candidate running against Kamala and Trump. Do they not know what a skit is?
A drone strikes. Dead Palestinians or dead Palestinians? We're tired of it. They should just pick one.
Okay, well, the dead Palestinians thing was pretty true. I'll give her that.
Sexist joke, racist joke, ableist joke. Palestine.
There's just no way Trump is losing. It would take something like, I don't know, Trump getting shot in the head at a rally in Pennsylvania.
Oh god, we're coming up to the Trump rally part. Please be normal about this.
One thing to make fun of a failed assassination attempt, even a successful assassination attempt on a politician. If we can't mock or criticize the people in power, there is an issue. But it's another thing to mock a innocent Trump supporter that died.
Please give me some hope for left-wing YouTube, please.
The Trump supporter that died, he was most likely a fascist. And I mean, he was at a Trump rally, man. What do you expect?
So here's the thing. Here is the. I don't know if this is the hottest or the coldest take you will ever fucking hear. At the end of, I've been pretty open in regards to if you cannot spell tariff, you don't get an opinion about tariff, right? I don't care who you are, how you identify, whatever, right? That being said, if you are going to, I think that this tariff policy is going to be cool, and I'm going to put all my eggs in that basket. And then it goes south. Cool. Did you not get what you wanted? Why are you complaining? I'm not taking the decision from you. Merely grats. You voted for something. I don't know what else you're wanting from me. I'm going to go over here and, I don't know, play video games or something. I don't know. It's more and more you see that divide. More and more polarization to the point you are assigning labels that may or may not be true onto people who, for all intents and purposes, are just bystanders. Like, transparency. Once again, I hate everybody. Don't be a jerk. Don't be an asshole. Sure. Like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, it feels like NPC mentality to a degree. I think this is why I get more and more frustrated as time goes on, as I age, because at the same time, because like I actively watch people become stupider. Sure, don't like something. Okay, explain why you don't like something. Well, this person did this thing. Okay. Well, how does that, you therapist at? Like, how does that make you feel? Like, okay, let's get down to the root core of the problem here. And they'll have a surface level explanation of the problem, but have no cognizance on, like, just, I don't know, man. It's so strange watching people be people.
Like, he probably wanted trans people to die.
Probably. He probably had these opinions, so it's okay for him to die. Even if he did, which you don't know, but even if he did, that doesn't mean he should be fucking killed. He's just a fucking guy. He's a guy who can even change his opinions one day. Who knows? I know for a fact a shit ton of people in these people's audiences used to be Trump supporters, used to be transphobic or whatever. Every single fucking day I log on and I watched Ben Shapiro and was a Trump supporter, but now I watch ContraPoints and I'm a good person. So back when you were a Trump supporter, these people think it's okay if you got shot. Convenient for them that they were born morally lucky and they came out of the womb as leftists. I'm actually going insane. I'm becoming the Joker. I thought at least one of them would have a normal take on this, but no. Behold!
So, before we get into the next one, I think she brings a great point, and she illustrates that sometimes too much is too much, and that is correct. So let's remove everything. Let's remove everything from modern politics. We're going to go into this fantasy sci-fi setting, right? And we're going to have you can either vote for red A or blue B, right? Let us say that you as an individual wish to vote for blue B because, well, they're strictly not red A, but we'll go for blue B because, well, they say this, and they say that they're going to save us a lot of money, and then they're going to cut unnecessary programs. But then blue B gets elected, and then suddenly it's, well, what happened to our Social Security? What happened to our federal workers bonuses? What happened to all the PTO that we used to get as benefits? Or where's our benefits, right? Well, you did vote for Blue B, and they said that they would be cutting any extraneous measures. I don't know what to tell you. It's historically, right? Like, you don't. There's a difference between holding people accountable and actively wishing them harm, right? At the end of the day, if in this hypothetical instance, somebody voted for Blue B, and the understanding was we're going to cut unnecessary spending, and many people lose their jobs and lose this Social Security style benefits, federal benefits, etc., right? Like, cool, you did vote for this. You made your bed, you have to sleep in this. I mean, you don't really, you get to complain if anyone wants to hear about it. I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily a hot take. That does stop short of, say you have red A saying, oh, well, those blue beers, they're demi-human, subhuman. Okay, so we're engaging in dehumanization, if not simonization, which is proven throughout history to be incredibly detrimental. Has definitely a body count in tandem with trying to dehumanize people. Let's just look back at Cambodia S-21. Let's look back at Rwanda. Let's look at insert tragedy here where people and or populace was deemed less than human, right? Not necessarily a hard reach. So people are allowed to have their opinions. As it turns out, if somebody cannot explain to me why a tariff is bad, I don't really care. If somebody cannot spell it, I don't care. That doesn't necessarily mean that I wish ill on them. That doesn't mean that I wish harm on them. I do think that is a bridge too far, and I do think that is problematic behavior, right? I can inherently disagree with somebody on every single political stance or every single ideological stance that they have. That doesn't mean that I wish harm on them. That doesn't mean I wish that they got, unalived. That's not reasonable. That's not rational. That's not how adults work, or how they should work, I should say.
This is my circus. These are my monkeys.
I think, okay, so let's check the comments real quick. I just want to see her. Here's her audience, okay?
Oh no, he's checking comments. Oh no, he's checking comments. No, 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 no.
Having a baby and retiring, Shoe has become a trad wife. The only reason America is in shambles is because Shoe hasn't uploaded a Hell World in 2 years.
You know, hold up. I think there's some merit to that, actually. I think that comment may be onto something.
Kamala, don't come Trump, I'm gonna come America. If there's any reason to vote for Kamala, it's just to make Hillary extremely mad is probably the best campaign slogan yet. Okay, they all just seem like memers.
Whew. Okay, good. Diagnosis memers.
I don't know. I think that Shoe is just kind of a memer. I don't think she's a bad person.
Oh good, YouTuber Alec Gunter doesn't think I'm a bad person. I must postpone my suicide at once. Okay, this next video people are responding to is the one I made after the election called The Downfall of the Democrats. Let's see what people had to say about this one. Okay, this guy is called Hutch. This fucking title, Shoe0nHead takes an election victory lap? What video did this dude watch? The Shoe0nHead from Earth 2? Hat on foot?
No, Earth 3 by Shane Isaac. Is that actually, no, or was it Earth 2? Dude, it's so hard to keep track of anymore. I remember there was the whole Earth 2, Earth 3 thing with Callum Upton. Man,
That Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
Do you really think that the Democratic Party is fighting for you? The overwhelming answer is no.
Yes, the pause and dude, that's a classic. That gets engagement.
I am so frustrated with this argument because policy can only get you so far. Like, good policy is good and we should do good policy. For sure.
What did you just say to me? No. There's no way that slides. What did you just say to me?
Policy is good and we should do good policy.
I'm sorry. I think I just had an aneurysm. Like I have to mentally reset on that one.
For sure. I don't think we should adopt Republican policies.
Wait, what argument? You just watched a montage of Trump winning. Where did I say adopt Republican policies? I haven't even said anything in this video yet. I haven't even appeared on screen. Who are these people responding to?
This is called going into a video with a bias that you do not disclose.
She goes, hat on foot, making videos talking about adopting Republican policies.
I think we should pursue progressive policies. I think we should pursue policies that help working class people across this country, whatever the term working class means now, because it's so nebulous at this point.
I like that the term working class is now nebulous. Now that they're losing the working class, it's like, pfft, working class. What does that even mean?
Dude, I don't understand. Like, working class to me is your electricians, your farmers, grocery outlet workers, right? Like, I also don't understand throughout history why we always just keep going after the literal backbone that keeps everything running, right? Leave farmers alone. Pay them. Give them incentive, right? Like, oh my God, please. Truckers who literally make sure your shelves are stocked so you can scalp your shitty Pokemon product, right? Like, well, I actually rather enjoy Pokemon as a game, thank you very much. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, oh, we all want to talk about this and this and this. Okay. Like, don't care. Doesn't make me Republican, doesn't make me Democrat, doesn't make me independent, doesn't make me... I hate everybody. But please, respect the people who clearly are working, right? Oh my God. Dude. Ugh.
Is it too late for the Democratic Party, or can they turn this around? Will the Democrats learn from this?
To be clear, in 2016, it was the same discourse. Is this the end of the Democratic Party? Dems in disarray. Are they ever going to recover from this? It's the same discourse every single time.
Okay, but Kamala did historically bad. She did not flip a single county. A Republican won the popular vote. A Republican. Do you know how rare that is? And all the data shows young people, black people, Latinos, women moving more right. Now, could this be a Trump-only thing? Sure. And as I said in my video, there could be a pendulum swing and we'll get like another Obama after Trump, or the Democrats wake up and actually run a good populist candidate. I don't rule this out, but to pretend this wasn't a particularly bad loss is just straight up delusional. From
disingenuous, disconnected, out of touch. I mean, we're gonna whatever, right? Like, sure, something campaign in 100 days, sure. However, it was pretty bad. It was. I think we can argue from a strictly objective metric standpoint, like that's objectively bad, right? Like just remove all of the feelings, remove all of like the bias from an actual number standpoint. Was this good or bad? Well, this seems pretty overwhelmingly bad. Cool, we've done it.
Blaming the American people to blaming Joe Rogan, the Democrats and the media are having a hard time coping with their loss, and
This logic that you can't blame voters for the outcome of elections is insane to me. There's no responsibility on the voters, like none whatsoever. Who else am I supposed to?
You blame your party that lost. You blame your candidate. Why were the American people more willing to vote for the guy who did January 6th over your candidate full of hope and joy and rainbows and unicorns or whatever? Is it because the voters are just all stupid idiots? Or is there something a little less simple that you just want to avoid talking about? Taking a step back and looking in the mirror is gonna do you real good.
Democrats don't have a messaging problem. America has a racism problem. Kamala ran a flawless campaign in 100 days, and I refuse to let y'all gaslight me into believing anything other than that.
I do disagree inherently, because was it the VP who was prior military and fumbled with a firearm? That one specifically really pissed me off. I'm generally pretty respectful of the military, unless you're not even if you're just an ass, right? If you're absolutely just, dear God, like you're just an awful person. Generally, I'm pretty respectful, right? No, that actually pissed me off. Like that actually made me genuinely angry that somebody would try to use their experience in the military and handle a gun in a way that made me genuinely uncomfortable. That's all I'm going to say on that one, because I will rant for the next 15 minutes on how that's both unprofessional, inappropriate, and honestly a disgrace.
You just put up two random Twitter users. Do we know who those people are? Who were those people?
But that's
I don't
the
even
point.
know who those.
That's the point. I'm supposed to be the neurodivergent weird one in the room. Why is everybody unable to grasp context? This is bad.
I'm pretty sure they were just random people.
Random Twitter users whose posts went viral, yes. It's a small sample of the discourse happening amongst the people, which is pretty important to show. I know the concept of listening to average everyday people is completely foreign to you, but it is important to show what people are saying about their country's election, not just what politicians and the media are saying.
The Democratic Party, we have to contend with progressives that are constantly shitting on the Democratic Party for not being socialist enough. And we have to contend with MAGA, who are constantly shitting on the Democratic Party for, eating children and worshiping Satan.
And then you got the weirdos who believe both those things.
For people like Shoe0nHead, it's like, okay, it's easy, man. You just don't be woke, don't be feminist, don't root for like black lesbians in Disney shows. And then just do socialist policies.
All right, back up. I am not delusional. I do not want to implement socialist policies in America because, first of all, I do not trust America to do those correctly. I'm talking about basic, normal, social democratic policies like Norway and Denmark have. Universal paid family leave, universal health care, at least a public option, better transportation like a high-speed rail, better protection for workers, higher wages, blah, blah, blah. And yes, no woke shit. Do you know how popular a platform like that would be? You get a candidate up there like that, you're winning all 50 states.
So, I mean, I would love to hear what she suggests besides just like...
I mean, it depends. It depends on the funny W word. I mean, am I not the funny W word? Am I not woke? Am I not a skill-haired dragon dude on the internet? I don't know, dude. It's one of those, it has such a nebulous definition that I do generally write it off. And I've historically said like 99% of conversations, I write it off. The moment that word comes up, it becomes a different conversation. Now, that 1% of conversations where I have said, or people have told me, okay, but this is what specifically the definition is, this is yada, yada, whatever. Okay, cool. we've had a decent discussion on this. I also love those. Well, the term woke got stolen from us, and we're trying to claim it back. I don't know if you know this. The funny little F word. The gay community already took that back. Like, the gay community actively said, nah, we're taking our term back and we're using it now. If the gay community can take back the F word, it's a certified skissue to say that we don't have control of the W word anymore. Oh, there's some beauty in that. Oh, that is. So, I mean, it depends. I mean, that's one of those I'd have to extrapolate it on. Do I inherently disagree or agree? I don't know. I don't have it. I'm a dingus on the internet. Don't have enough context.
Like Bernie Sanders.
Put up a good politician. That is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Someone who actually cares about the working class. Not Bernie Sanders. He's like 100 years old. Someone like Bernie Sanders, sure. Bernie Sanders with more of a spine. Combine Trump and Bernie Sanders. I am committing voter fraud and voting for that man 300 times. I am.
We will have a fully operational healthcare system. We will reduce excess spending for more machines to help the populace. Young fool. Now at the end, do you understand? Love that I immediately just defaulted to Palpatine. Oh my god.
Storming the Capitol for Donald Sanders.
After this, the Democrats are gonna move right in the dumbest ways. They're gonna become like the new neocons, but gay.
I think they will too. And one of the reasons why they're going to do that is because they know people like you are not a reliable voter. You're not.
You are correct. I am not a reliable voter. I will not vote blue no matter who. And guess what? Most of the country is like me. Does that scare you? Good. Me not being a reliable voter is not an excuse for Democrats to not listen to voters like me. If anything, it's the complete opposite. They should
Let me let her finish.
Be trying to get the votes from people like me. Politicians and parties are not owed your vote. They have to earn it. They have to work for it. And many people thought the Democrats did not work for it. In fact, I don't even think they wanted to win, but that's a whole nother can of worms I don't want to open right now.
Yeah.
Large faction.
So I agree with everything she said in regards to as it turns out, we just need a good candidate, good person. Leading into our second point of your party does not own your vote. As it turns out, I know this is going to be shocking to you. Generally, when people look at things like this, it's not a lesser evil system or, well, I belong to Team A or Team B, or even the weird Team C that's kind of there, right? They're not really there, but they're kind of there. As it turns out, people like the idea of voting for somebody based on merit, on what they can do, on what they have done, on what they, what they believe in. Right. I know it's going to be a weird concept to wrap your head around, but similar to jobs, right, in which you generally want the most qualified person for the position in that position, right? Because they know what they're doing. Generally, that's how politics have been attempted to work across time. Like, generally, people want the people who can do the work and who are, right, like, accountable and know what they're doing and educated in the right positions. It not because you're part of Team A, B, or C. It's I hate it, bro. I hate it. I hate lesser evil voting so much. I hate the entire concept of it.
Of the left condescendingly believe that dumb people are the reason Trump won in 2016 and won again in 2024, and that
well.
No, full disclosure, I've absolutely made fun of people who can't spell tariff. I do have to disclose that for transparency's sake. Please open the economics textbook. There's plenty of videos as well that can explain what a tariff is. Like, see, but that's low hanging fruit, right? At the end of the day, you can't. It becomes weird to make fun of stuff like that because when it's such a massive thing, you start to worry that if you're being a bully or harassing other people, when in general, I just kind of make fun of idiots. As an idiot myself, when somebody's more stupider than I am, CC words are hard. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
I mean, yeah.
I just hate stupid people.
Vance, when you win 2028, put me somewhere in communications. Let me run your Twitter account. I'm a millennial too. Nobody will know the difference. Plus, we wear the same amount of eyeliner. Okay, that is enough hutch for one lifetime, thank you. Next, please let the next person be sane. Please save my brain cells. Come majestically galloping in to save us.
Oh, holy shit. I know this lady.
I take back the galloping part.
Can I be real with you guys?
Oh,
People are going to hate me for this one. I stand by the criticisms that I've made of Shoe0nHead, but I will say this. If Shoe had been a respected voice in the Democrat consultancy circles, Kamala might not have lost. I have criticized her so many.
Based on what evidence, my guy? So for clarification on the last bit, look, at the end of the day, just fucking do you, right? Vote however you want. Vote however you best see fit. Vote however you feel, right? Like, I don't like diving too deep into things because everyone should be their own individual. And as long as you can extrapolate and explain your point in an educated capacity to me, that's to anyone, that's all that matters. You don't need to explain it to me. Don't explain it to me. like just cool. We're done here. I will continue to make fun of idiots across the aisle. If you're an idiot, I will continue just to point out that's not how that works. I will continue to point out behavior, which I regard as pretty questionable, saying that, once again, like, you know, fans that don't like the new Pokemon series with Liko are just ash-pilled and misogynists. Okay, cool, we've had a nothing does conversation. I'm going to block this person and move on, right? That's it. It is okay to disagree with people. It's okay to have educated disagreements. The moment we're making, well, this person's bad. Okay, but why is this person bad? Well, this person's bad. Wow, you're such a voice of reason. I don't want to have this conversation. That's it. Cool. I think that's a pretty reasonable take across the board. Yeah, who is this? This individual is going to be interesting from what little I've heard prior to this.
Times for the populist brain rot, but oh boy, if anyone could use populist brain rot driven right into their skulls right now, it would be the Democrats. 28 minutes, and we have 25 minutes till stream ends. And I have 3 donos. I don't know about that one, Chief. There's probably stuff in here that I maybe can watch in the future.
Wait, he doesn't even watch the video? Watch the video, coward! This is an official call to the shoe simps. Calling the SS! We attack at dawn! Go tell Vosh to watch the video! This is bullshit! I was clickbaited! On to the next guy. Okay, this guy is called Uninformed Leftist. Let's see if he lives up to his name.
So let's get into this. Shoe0nHead made another video. It's called The Downfall of the Democrats.
Oh, big congratulations to Tim Walz on being the first white male DEI hire. It didn't f***ing work. The DNC.
Okay.
What are these pauses, my guy? What?
So Tim Walz is not the first white male DEI hire. Joe Biden's been a white male DEI hire. George Bush is. Mitt Romney was. Every single president has been a white male DEI hire. Both the Democrats and the Republicans realize that America is a white supremacist country, thus we must run white people. So saying that Tim Walz is the first DEI hire is a little bit telling. And what is it telling?
A joke. It's telling a joke.
Well, it's telling that Shoe0nHead, like the topic of race and gender, is very on the front of her mind.
He thinks the curtains are blue because the artist is clearly depressed, and it reflects their bleak worldview. This is John Blue Curtains, right? Like that's the subtext here.
What?
Now listen, do I think it's true that Kamala Harris lost because she's black and she's a woman?
Please say no, please say no, please say no.
Honestly, yes, I do.
Obama is black and did phenomenally. Hillary is a woman and won the popular vote. I hate this delusion and this cope that Kamala lost because she's a black woman. No. If she was a white man, would she have maybe won a little more votes? Sure, I'm not denying the existence of racist misogynists. I'm looking at one right now. But enough votes that she would win? Absolutely not.
A district that's 97% Latino went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
As it turns out, let's take the politics out of it, right? What happens if I said, chat, hypothetically, 75% of you are idiots. Wow, this Kip guy sounds pretty dumb. Why am I going to watch his stuff? Wow, wait, you mean we can encapsulate the argument that if you're generally mean to people and not kind to them, and not respecting them. They don't want anything to do with you. Weird, right? Oh, bro, just big brain, just Adult Swim, just big brain.
Crisis is on their doorstep. And they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons.
There's a lot of misogynistic Latino men. There's a lot of misogynistic men in general, but Latino men, they're fairly Christian, they're fairly conservative, and misogyny goes hand in hand with those two.
Do you have a source at all? Where are you pulling this information? Where are you able to speak authoritatively about this? What? Dude, I'm an idiot on the internet. I don't understand how in any way, shape, or form could sound reasonable or rational. This makes my brain hurt.
So
Latino men are misogynists? Yeah? Is that why the f***ing president of Mexico is a woman and has like an 80% approval rating? Maybe Kamala Harris just f***ing sucks. You ever consider that? Maybe going, nothing's gonna change when I'm president, f***ing sucks.
After the election, a YouTuber I am subscribed to uploaded a video called How the Right is Winning Young Men.
Ugh, I have such mixed feelings about this. I do. Unpopular though it is on the left to give grace to the male loneliness epidemic. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm picking my words carefully so the leftists don't murder me. Don't rake me over the coals for this, but I think that I understand.
I have to pick my words carefully so my own movement doesn't attack me for caring about men's issues. You see the issue?
Shoe0nHead, again, doesn't really offer any analysis. She makes a joke. So essentially, what is her joke? Her joke is that the guy's gay.
What? Oh, we're streaming from Earth 2 again. Here comes Hat on Foot, hating the gays again. The joke was not about him being gay. There wasn't even a joke. My point was that he's nervous to talk about men's issues in fear of the left attacking him, and it shouldn't be that way.
That's pretty.
Yeah, no, I was about to pause and go into a 2-minute summary on that's what she said. And she said, this is the problem, is that when your own your party, your group, whatever, you have to worry about them raking you over the coals for an opinion. Are you in a good situation? That was the whole context. That was it. Where did that come from? This is why I'm so frustrated, because you can say, I feel that was a pretty airtight statement from her. I think that was a pretty level-headed, XYZ. This is XYZ. This is what I said. This is exactly what I said. And somehow you get, you're just criticizing because he's a gay person. What? Where did you get that information? What? I am lost. Maybe it's just maybe it's because I'm a boomer, dude. I don't know. Maybe I don't get it. I need to go yell at people to get off my lawn. Go to my walker that has 2 phones playing Pokemon Go on it, and then just go take my nap at 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm too boomer for this.
Gross from Shoe0nHead. Do I need to spell that out for you? She does this whole gay impression.
Gay impression? That's literally what he f***ing sounded like. These people have terminal identity politics brain.
All right, let's just read a few comments.
Oh no, not again. I swear to God, if you guys embarrass me in front of Hassan 2 here, I will turn this video around and we are going home.
Shoe0nHead dropping the hard truth bombs as usual. Bro, at least Bernie Sanders got to say a big I told you so. Okay, that's kind of, I don't know, it gives me a little bit of hope. Democrats forgot they had to be likable. Okay, that's kind of true. You can't hide your monster addiction by putting it in white class, June. Okay, that's a good point. They will learn nothing and blame everyone. Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
Okay, he's just agreeing.
When he criticizes and he's still, oh my God, just, Shoe0nHead's doing this. Commenters saying, oh my God, dude, that is peak. This is how he's oh yeah, no, that's true. But see, this gets into, right, him saying that XYZ comment is true. The whole point that Shoe0nHead was extrapolating on, right, let's put on thinking caps, let's listen, right, is that you saying that, or you saying you don't agree with something, or you have an opinion about something that is not going to be a popular opinion, when you have to worry about getting raked over the coals for that opinion, that's the problem. Grats, you have exemplified the problem here. Especially when you saying things like that can and will get you wrecked over the coals by people. Do we not have this level of cognizance? What happened here? What is going on?
With all the comments. I love that they keep doing this. I love that they keep checking the comments, expecting some like terrible shit, and it's just like pee poo poo 69 going epic video, mommy. Okay, so that was terrible. Next.
Hi, my name's Anthony Jones. I like to talk about politics and the culture war in the UK and America. Today I'm going to react to Shoe0nHead's most recent video, Downfall of the Democrats, the Truth About the 2024 Election.
Aw, this guy looks like a wizard. He's like a jolly little garden gnome. I don't even mean that in a mean way. He just looks whimsical, like he's gonna help me on a quest through some enchanted forest. Please be sane and normal, gnome bro. I am running out of hope.
Yeah, Trump objectively is the representative of the working class. Traditionally, it was Latinos, blacks. People would vote for Democrats. Now, it's highly educated people who vote for Democrats, and actually working class people who traditionally would vote Democrat have voted for Donald Trump.
Do you have any source on that guy, my guy? Look, there are people in the quote-unquote working class that can think circles around quote-unquote highly educated people. Do you have anything to back that statement up?
This is a massive change in the demographics, and people want something different. They don't want the same old. And that's what Kamala Harris represented. And this is essentially why she failed to appeal to voters.
Yes! No bro is normal. Oh my god, how refreshing. Yes, sure. yes. We're so f***ing back, gnome bros. Okay, let's keep listening. Let's not get our hopes up.
Everyone was so sure dangerous, devious, dastardly Donald would never make his way back into the White House to steal democracy. And he did it. With democracy.
Democracy has been bought in America. It really has. The idea that influence is like objective and everyone's informed and it's a level playing field for both sides is simply not true. Democracy implies the voters were informed, they knew what they were voting for, they weren't lied to, they weren't sold misinformation. People are massively misinformed on Donald Trump. They were lied to, they don't believe a lot of the accusations against him. It's more complex. And it is actually very complex.
It's really not that complicated. It's exactly what you said earlier. Trump offered something, Kamala offered nothing. Whether you agree with the vision or not, Trump had a vision. It's like in 2016 when Hillary Clinton made that America is already great hat. No one wants to fucking hear this. No one believes that. You have to give the people a vision. A lot of them don't believe what the media says about Trump because a lot of them don't trust the media, and I'm gonna be so dead ass. Do you blame them? As a Bernie bro, as a Bernard brethren, do you blame them? It's up to the media to prove themselves trustworthy, and in my opinion, they just haven't done that. The mainstream, corporate media, liberal and right-wing, does not have a good reputation. Oh my god, that reminds me, I was watching Fox Business the other morning. Don't ask. But holy shit, you think right-wing media online is bad? What the f*** are the boomers watching? Also, Christy Gnome showed up on the TV, and my baby was like, Mama. Really, bro? Okay, last one.
So far, I mean, he's at least been incredibly well spoken in comparison to a lot of the other people throughout this video. I do have to give him props on that. He's able to actually like construct an argument. He's able to like have his topic and be able to work through from his introduction sentence into his supporting evidence for that. So as much as, causation, citation on intelligence versus working class versus quote unquote intelligent people, I mean, honestly, he's been well spoken in comparison. I do have to give him that.
I'm ready. Let's go. This guy is called Dima the Show. Okay, Dima. What do you have for us?
I don't know what to predict here. I've only seen 2 Shoe0nHead videos, and I follow her on Twitter. She hasn't been very active on Twitter recently. I don't know why. I think she got married and had a kid. But either way, from what I remember of her Twitter, it was fairly progressive. Some little, tidbits of, radical, centrist, reactionary stuff a little bit here and there.
I like how just, nobody understands me. America is so terminally left-right brained, dude. You can talk about how you want workplace democracy all day, but if you also say something like, I think we should make it harder for children to access porn or something, people are like, oh, I don't know, she's some kind of centrist?
I mean, I'm on board with that Australian train. Just ban kids off the internet. That fixes a lot of issues, actually. To which there will immediately be someone in the comment section that declares me some sort of I don't know, some party affiliate. I'm an internetist. That's the one.
What? Anyway, I got a lot of comments on my last video like, wait, you're left wing and you hate the Democrats? Yeah, man.
Okay, so is she coming out as left wing? Just do it.
Yeah, man, that's a pretty common thing. If you were shocked that I'm left-wing, maybe that's a sign you need to take a step back and evaluate some of the preconceived stereotypes you have of people. Not all of us are crazy blue-haired socialists, no. Some of us are crazy brown-haired socialists. But for those of
I'm a crazy purple-haired idiot. Does that count? Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm not applicable to this conversation. What is party affiliation? I don't understand.
Hey, yo!
Ugh, why is he soying out? I hate this. I'm never gonna call myself a socialist again.
For someone like her with such a diverse audience, like, who gets, you know, millions and millions of views on her videos, someone like her with this much reach, with this much of an audience, and say, hey, look at me, I'm a left-wing socialist, I think is good for the cause.
I don't want to be good for the cause. I'm a rebel. I'm not one of you. You don't love me. Sorry, I'm just burned by all the other videos. I'm like an abused cat lashing out at a new adoptive owner. He's out here handing me a treat like pss, 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 and I'm like, let's relax.
So, okay, fellas, she said she's a socialist. She said she's left-wing. Why do we hate her?
That's such a weird, like, thing to say. She's one of us. She agrees with us politically. Why do we hate her? I don't know. Maybe I'm a f***ing asshole.
Kamala Harris being, you know, a person of color, is that going to have an effect on some amount of people? Sure it will. Is that why she lost?
Don't say it. Don't say it, please.
I don't think so.
Thank you. Oh my god, the bar is low.
Young men did come out and support Trump, and apparently for the reasons I and many others predicted. We asked young men why they voted for Donald Trump. Here's what they said. What appealed to him about Donald Trump was that his campaign was not coming after us. He was highlighting the American people, which we are. It doesn't matter what color you are, what you may identify as. Since I wasn't excluded, I resonated with it.
See? That is a dumb person. That is a f***ing idiot.
Okay. I'm doing the sorry.
So does that count as a bait? Does that count as a bait? Where I was about to say, yeah, dude's pretty reasonably well. Yeah, he seems like he's pretty reasonable, pretty well spoken. Get the left hook.
I'm doing the thing they do. I'm pausing before he finishes his sentence. Let's hear him out.
When you tell a young white guy, hey, you're an oppressor, and because you're white, you have privileges that your black and Hispanic peers didn't have, and you're inherently at fault, or you're guilty for that, which is what a lot of the left wings or Democrats are saying.
Yeah, I mean, you are, as a white person, you do have, you know, systemic privileges that people of color in this country don't have for a variety of reasons. That's just the truth.
All right, we're gonna disagree here. Now you will see why. They hate me. The only privilege that exists is class privilege. Poor, working class, middle class white people, poor, working class, middle class black people have the same amount of privilege. None. A rich black person has more privilege than a white poor person. Telling a white college-age man who's struggling to pay off student loans, who can't afford a house, who can't find a job, that he's part of systemic racism and privileged, good f***ing luck.
We're not racist, we're not misogynistic. I mean, see, this is, again, I have to say, actually, we all kind of are racist, but that's boring, that's complex, that takes nuance, that takes time, and no one wants to f***ing hear that shit. Of course.
Nobody wants to hear that because it's, dude, I'm not, that's, dude, there's so much to unpack there to even get to the core root of that argument. And even then, it's like running a GM in Destiny 2, and you're like 40 minutes into this GM, like Glassway, right? You're running GM on Glassway. You get 40 minutes in, and you're just like, well, guess the Wyvern just came behind us and railed all three of us. You gotta start that GM all over again. You still lost the GM. There was nothing gained from doing that GM. Oh my god, dude. No, no, I'm not even going near that one.
That's not gonna fucking resonate. How do you make it resonate? I maybe you can make it fun.
Make it fun? Hey, white people! You're inherently racist! What?
But I don't think there's a way to, put lipstick on the progressive messaging pig. Like, I don't know if we can win on messaging alone.
Because it's not the messaging. It's not how you are selling the product. It's the product. These guys are being alienated from progressive messaging, not because it's complicated, but because it's stupid and regressive. Young men are tired of being told to pay for the sins of their great-grandfathers. Full stop. That's it. And people aren't just going, systemic racism exists. Like, yeah, maybe that's what you're doing. I don't think you're some kind of like woke SJW or whatever, but to pretend like that's the only thing people are doing is kind of a cope. You're in denial. Corporations were literally hiring Robin DiAngelo to give PowerPoint presentations to workers on how to be less white. This was a thing that happened. Can
you imagine it? Once again, we go back to the unsubscribed podcast. Like, this is important. I do apologize, Shoe0nHead. We go back to the unsubscribed podcast. Eli, right? If you take a statement and you replace one word of that statement, so we'll replace white in this instance with any other word, and it becomes problematic, is your core statement not in itself problematic? Nobody views that as a problem, as something that needs to be solved?
Remember Coca-Cola doing it specifically. Coca-Cola, which, by the way, the CEO of Coca-Cola is now openly praising Trump and like hanging out with him. Corpo moment. They really saw the popular vote and were like, later homos. God, I miss the 90s. I feel like we really had race relations down back then. I don't see color. That worked. That was great. Why did we get rid of that?
After the election, one of the only politicians I've seen who is actively trying to understand why people voted the way that they did is AOC. When I met her, I whispered into her ear, "Take the pronouns out of your bio." And she did. Anyway, after the election, AOC found out that a ton of people voted for her down ballot, but also voted for Trump for president on the same ticket. Curious, she took to her Instagram to ask people why they did that. And these were some of their answers. I feel like Trump and you are both real. It's real simple. Trump and you care for the working class.
Ugh. Trump and you care for the working class. Just
I'm ready for this.
Complete, diametrically opposed entities. AOC and Donald Trump. Insane, man.
Do you know how many people used to like Bernie Sanders and now vote for Donald Trump, and vice versa? There are so many conservatives I know who used to be Bernie Sanders supporters. Is it because Bernie and Trump are so much alike? No. But their rhetoric, how they spoke, who they spoke to, who they fought for or claimed to fight for, the forgotten man, the American worker. This is populism, and throughout history, populism could be used for good or for evil. And like I said in many of my videos, if you don't understand this, you're never gonna get it.
Maybe this is a one-time thing, maybe it's just because of Trump or inflation, or maybe the meme is coming true. Maybe Republicans are the new party of the working class. Democrats.
That's just so insane, man.
See, this is one reason I don't see why you should blame the voters. Like, obviously the Democratic Party is doing something wrong if blue-collar, working-class people of all races are moving towards the Republican Party. And the Democrats are only gaining with old women and coastal elites. The voters don't see you as the party for the little guy. They see a literal billionaire as the party for the little guy. You are doing something wrong!
I hope the male loneliness epidemic eats you MAGA scum alive. I hope you feel a hole in your soul and feel unloved until your dying day. I hope you rot in your deathbed, wondering why women looked at you like you had rabies your whole life as your eyes closed for the last.
I'm not gonna defend this. This is not good or healthy.
Honestly, Gnome Bro and this guy have been pretty reasonable. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not all Democrats are doomed. Maybe there is a chance a Democrat wins 2028. Maybe some really do get it.
Some liberals use the occasion to look down upon the icky dummies who were too stupid to know they shouldn't vote for Trump. Yet
I mean, where's the lie?
So that was that video. That is all I can take. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not sending their best. Despite it all, it was fun doing a reaction video to people's reaction of me. But that is enough of my yapping. Now I want to hear you yap. Do you think Democrats will learn their lesson? Do you think a pendulum swing is going to happen in 2028? And if you like this video, please consider donating to me on Patreon, link down below. Or if you want to give a little one-time donation, there's like a little tip jar somewhere here. It really helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys with a new video soon.
What a banger. What a cool video. I like my random odd spicy bits. I don't have a lot of these. I have some of them. Waiting for the end. There's gonna be a bit at the end, right?
It also means Trump has once again been inaugurated. Inaugurated?
Inaug.
Nya.
No, not the nya. Oh my god. I don't know. So at the end of the day, I think people just don't learn their lesson. People are just incapable of learning at this point. I do think when we want to talk objectively about the future, yeah, you don't want my unfiltered thoughts on that because it's pretty bleak. In general, that is kind of looking outside the U.S. Just kind of a macro thing, right? Kind of a like why would people want things like Greenland? Why would people, Arctic warfare, the future Arctic warfare? Now that we have melting ice, stuff like that. I think at the end of the day, nobody ends up learning. People become more stupid because stupidity is encouraged, right? See, once again, my eternal argument on why do I have to provide my driver's license to buy a can of compressed air or super glue when people are just going to smoke it, huff it, and inhale it anyways, right? They're just going to ingest it anyways. They could probably just ingest it right in the store and then throw away the bottle, and nobody would know until they found the bottle. So where's the accountability for that? Also the what is it? You vote it, you deal with it kind of thing, right? I don't know. One of those things that I kind of just hate everybody. I have my random odd spicy video. I engage with Shoe0nHead's reactions because generally she has pretty good stuff. She has pretty good takes on stuff like this. I don't go to Shoe0nHead's video and, inherently, well, she is this, or she is this, or she is this, and it's like in a confined box. Like, cool. She says she's a leftist. Cool. She's a leftist. Awesome. Cool. But she's more than that, right? She has opinions. She's able to articulate her opinions. She's able to provide evidence and citations, right? Like, she's able to go that extra mile that many people cannot. And that does speak volumes, as at the end of the day, she has a multifaceted audience who engages in really healthy discourse, I would argue, versus other people who can become echo chambers or can become places where it's just overly hostile. At the end of the day, you can also disagree with me. I would like to see people get better. I would like to see people become educated. I would like to see people work together for a common goal, for the greater common good. I personally don't see it happening. I think that people just continue to burn endlessly in mediocrity. I think that people choose stupidity, what is easy, what I have dubbed people mirroring universal entropy, right? The concept of, or at least the concept of the universe will move to its lowest energy state. We will see a continued social entropy until eventually, I don't know. There's a number of predictions I can make on that. At the end of the day, you are your own educated individual. You're allowed to have your opinions. You're allowed to disagree with me. You're allowed to disagree with Shoe0nHead. You're allowed to disagree with whoever and whatever. I would ask that it was with the caveat that you at least understand what you're advocating for and that you're educated on the subject, even if that's a simple concept overview and you can understand and actually, take in the information, analyze the information, and retain the information for later use. So, yeah, number of things to be said there. It's a good video, though. I think it's a video a lot of people needed, so thank you, Shoe0nHead, for another banger video. I'm sorry that I made this 90 minutes again. Hope you're doing well. And thank you, everybody, for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as always, if you're going to other people, if you're going to Shoe0nHead, you're going to anyone else, make sure you're at least being civil, right? Treat others the way you would wish to be treated, right? So that'll wrap it up for this one. Wraps up another Spicy Kip video. I'll see you in the next one.